Hello, merry meet. Sick of me yet? Sorry for posting 3 videos, but I haven't been so active with videos lately, so I have a lot to say. So, I want to make another review of a TV series, but this time it is a paranormal show, and it is Most Haunted. Now, Most Haunted is a British series that follows a team of paranormal investigators as they go around Britain's most haunted locations and sort of try to find paranormal activity. And this is series 1, and I think there are 12 series, but I'm not completely sure. I have 12 uh, series on DVD, but there could have been more. And I also think there are some specials and some. I know there are some specials, and there are also some spin-off things. But yeah, so yeah, what is this? There's a lot of these types of paranormal shows. Basically, you have a team. They go in first. They talk about the history of the place. Then they bring in a paranormal investigator and a psychic, and they go around and try to discover spirits. And then they turn the light off, and they go around and try to discover spirits. And then afterwards, they try to find out if anything of it were correct. And this follows exactly that formula. Now, is the series any good? Well, it depends what you're looking for. Of all the paranormal shows out there now, this is definitely the least serious. So you might ask me, but Anya, why do you have 12 seasons of the shit on DVD? Because I really, really, really like ghost stories. And that's what this is. It's ghost stories. But is it a good example of real paranormal investigation? Oh, hell no. So, yeah, let me list a few problems with this. First of all, these night cam shots. Everything's so dramatic. They run around and they hear a little noise and everything goes, eek, run, scream, horrible, eek! And if you're that scared of anything that might be paranormal activity, why are you a paranormal investigator? That's just done. It's so rehearsed. It's just done for effect. There's an ordeal and our seriously. Uh, cradle rocked. Think you heard a noise. Think you might have heard felt a shell. It's not an ordeal. It's just so fake. It's basically it creates a lot of drama. Basically, here's a good point for how to see a serious paranormal show from a fake one. How much drama is there? Good shows, they might say, that's really interesting. We need to investigate this more. They don't go, oh, eek, scream, shout! We will brave this again and go and check it out again. I mean, like, my absolute favorite paranormal show is Åndenes Makt, which is a Norwegian show. It translates to The Power of the Spirits. And everybody is usually pretty calm. I mean, they don't run around and scream in the dark like kids on a sleepover party scaring themselves. I mean, there have been quite a few episodes that's been really, really interesting. And like, I have two I want to point out. One is when the one person of the team, the anchor or the one that's presenting it, he is talking with one of the in restaurant, and they're talking with one of the people that works there, and suddenly this huge bucket of forks just comes flying, and they catch that on camera. And of course, it could be that somebody tossed it, but it wasn't anybody else in the room. Yeah, of course, like I said, it could be movie tricks, but I don't feel like it is that. But they don't run around and just scream, and so he asks around, was anyone there? Could the shelf be wrong? Could they check that? And you can see that he's a little bit shaken. They don't scream and shout and make a lot of unnecessary drama because that just seems fake. The other episode was they were upstairs and they heard a really, really loud bang. It's almost like a shot going off, and they come down and down on the ground floor. The family, they were in a private home at that point, have this table, this glass table, and it was just uh, broken. And of course, that could be natural explanation. Glass does that sometimes, but it was still pretty interesting, especially when me. It was the middle of an intense part of the investigation, and yes, the timing and so on. But there too, they don't run around and scream. But so yeah, this running around and screaming, not buying it. It's just done there for drama, and yeah, another problem. And I'm gonna draw some examples to the Power of the Spirits again. In Power of the Spirits, it's a very good show. They usually go to private homes. I've been to a few establishments, but mostly it's private homes. It says in the series it's the most haunted. It's the most haunted places in England. And then they have this spiritual medium that go around. Of I'm not really impressed because I mean there's published loads and loads and loads of books about these places and the so-called hauntings there and so on. It's very easy for him to just, even if, let's say that what I say is true, he's not told which place he's going to. It's not difficult to just memorize details about, let's say, the 50 most haunted, the 50 most famous haunted spots in a nation. So yeah, it's much more believable when they come to private homes that people haven't heard about. And then the psychics say, I see that people have experienced this and this and this and this, but they would have no way to know. They couldn't pick up a book and read about that. But that, of course, leads me to a big problem with Most Haunted. Derek, Cora, a medium. Derek is the kind of person that gives skeptics water on the mill to go after everybody in the paranormal community. Because he's so fake and he makes a big show on it. And it's very typical. Like in one episode, the psychic investigator says, can you give me some details, some dates, basic details? And then he's on, I see! Behind you there stands a woman! Oh! Oh! And it's very, very, very dramatic. Now, to his credit, he claims to be a trance medium. And yes, often trance mediums are dramatic because many trance mediums do have partial possession. They do take on very much of the becomes partly taken over by the spirits. But it's just so overly dramatic, and usually what he says is things that are already known about these places, or that is very generic, and it's always said with a lot of drama, and the drama usually comes exactly when somebody asks him, basically, can you give some concrete details? And then, of course, that question disappears in all the drama. So, oh, and I feel a man, and he's very evil, and oh. And that kind of show is, yeah, very annoys me. And of course, there was this that he was fed information once, and he just gave that up. So, he also has another show that's, I think it's Paranormal Egypt. I have it on DVD. And he acts like that there too. So, yeah. Not convinced. Can I say absolutely 100% sure that he's a fake? No, of course not. I haven't met him, but let's just say I'm not convinced. And the way the show is presented is very unserious. It looks like kids that run around and scare one another in the dark. So, basically, will you enjoy Most Haunted? It depends what are you looking for. When I bought this series, I had seen it on TV already, quite a few episodes, so I knew exactly what I was getting. And like I said, if what you're looking for are some good ghost stories, then you will get this. There are spooky locations, there's spooky stories, and yeah, but I see this as fiction. I see this as a series of interesting little ghost stories, and if you see it as that, I think you can have a lot of fun with the series. But if you're trying to find something that will give you any real paranormal investigation, this isn't it. They have a few episodes that's good, a few episodes that, if I believe the series, could be interesting, like some pictures of orbs and such. But for the most part, I feel that this is very fake. This is very, at least it's unserious. Like again, it's very difficult to say this is fake, but at least that screaming and shouting and running around like idiots, that is so rehearsed. So at least I have been told to amp it up, make it more interesting, doing things like that, and then I immediately get very skeptical. So yeah, watch it for the ghost stories. I like ghost stories, and therefore I like this show. But if you're there for the paranormal, basically to learn about the paranormal, to see anything that might resemble evidence of the paranormal, won't get this here. So yeah, this is of course an English series, so the seasons are shorter than American shows. The first one seems to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 episodes, but it goes a bit up and down. It is not full 22 episode seasons for the most part. But yeah, so do I recommend it or don't I? Like I said, the locations are interesting. So if you're interested in the most haunted locations in Britain, you might learn a bit about them here and about the legends around them. So that's interesting. They have some interesting thing on tape if you believe them. The stories are interesting. I mean, the backstories and so on. If you like, and if you like to see ghost stories, it's great. If you want something that seems serious and seems real, this isn't it. I'll give the show 5 out of 10. And I can give it a recommendation if you do watch it for the ghost stories. If you want to have something real paranormal, there's so much better that you can do than Most Haunted, because really it feels very fake to me. Like I said, I can't say 100% this is fake or this is real like that. It could be real, but it just added a lot of drama to it. But I can at least say that it doesn't seem very serious. It doesn't deal with the topic with respect. But if you want it just for the fun of it, then there's some good ghost stories in here. And that's my review of Most Haunted. There are 12 series. Some of the series have 2 box sets, most of them are in one. Not really much more I can say about it. Decent picture quality, okay episodes, very unserious, good ghost stories. So yeah, hope you have liked this review. Have a great day, and blessed be.